Hey, what's going on, guys? Money Making Joey back here doing another video for you guys. And this one is actually going to be a very important video, but I really want to drive this one home and really make a point to you guys. And like I've said in previous videos, I'm really just here to make you guys think just a tad bit and really inspire a conversation that really needs to be had inside of the industry, because it seems like it's been years that drivers have been, saying that, oh, we're getting robbed, the companies are taking 60% of the fare, 70% of the fare, whatever the case may be. Now, one thing that I do want to give Lyft their props on, and Uber might actually need to step up their game kind of coming up, because now inside of the Lyft platform, we've known for maybe the last 2-3 weeks or whatever the case may be of this new breakdown where we could really see how much the riders paid and where it's going and things of that nature. Now, I did get a message on my phone, I think it was like 2 days ago, where Lyft is basically saying that drivers are going to be guaranteed to be receiving 70% of the rider's fare. Now, this, of course, is minus the actual fees. If you're watching this video and you have not been subscribed to the channel, I do definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and get subscribed to the channel, because there was a video that I released on my channel a few days ago where we fully broke down the screenshot that you're currently seeing on the screen right now. And in that video, we spoke about this commercial auto insurance that's, basically kind of sucking up, I guess you could say, somewhere around 30%, of the actual fare. So going forward with the Lyft platform, now I'm not sure if Uber at some point is going to adopt something like this where we can fully see a breakdown. Lyft has actually been way ahead of Uber with a few different things. Like if we think about the upfront pay model, no matter where you are in the United States, what region, it really doesn't matter. You have the ability to get upfront pay. Now, when it comes to Uber, there's some regions that have it and most regions do not. Like where I'm at here in North Jersey, I do not have access to it. I have the same old system. Time will tell, because, a lot of people are still convinced that Uber is the giant inside of the rideshare industry, and moving forward in the future, that will always be the case. We shall see, because like I've mentioned in previous videos, I've been physically out there on the road, and over the last couple of weeks, I am going to say, when you're out there multi-apping, it's really been seeming like the tide is more on the side of Lyft. I could put the Uber app on, I can put the Lyft app on multiple times within the day. And over the last couple weeks, it's been really interesting to see how Lyft has had more customers than Uber. But it will definitely be interesting to see what actually happens as we move forward into the busy season, summertime, and things like that. I would definitely recommend, staying multi-apping out there. Don't get married to, Uber or Lyft. Keep it neutral. I think that's the best thing out there for most of us drivers. Now, a point that I really want to drive home, since we're at a point where it seems like Lyft might actually be taking the step forward and way forward past what Uber has ever actually tried to do, in a sense of, let's kind of try to give these drivers what they want. Or, who knows? Let's even go down the road of the conspiracy theorist and say, oh, you know what? That's not actually the total of what the customer paid. I know for a fact they pay more. Whatever the case may be, at least they're trying. They're actually trying. I am going to be making a video specifically dedicated to this topic that I keep speaking about, which is this commercial auto insurance. It's in my personal belief that the rideshare companies, Uber and Lyft, should be holding drivers a little bit more responsible because, hear me out on this one, when you really think about it, and really think about it, you have your own personal policy over your vehicle anyway. So now, why wouldn't you just give this money to the actual drivers and let them upgrade from their personal policy to an actual commercial policy? And the reason why I say this is because if you ever get into a situation where you have a customer, you're on the platform, and you're relying on their commercial auto insurance policy that they're kicking out 28-30% of earnings for, you have to pay a $2,500 deductible. Now, with a $2,500 deductible, I'm going to be honest with you guys, unless you're totaling out your vehicle, it's not worth it. The commercial auto insurance, I feel, it's in my all honest opinion that it's not actually made to benefit the driver in any way. The only thing that it's really good for is to cover Uber or Lyft's butt, just in case, there's an incident where a customer is injured, a customer is trying to sue based on an accident, whatever the case may be. That's the only benefit that it has. Now, there could potentially be another benefit, and that benefit is if a driver was to get into an accident and their personal policy lapsed and they didn't have insurance. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of technicalities in this because now to ask, hey, Lyft, Uber, well, we're mostly speaking about Lyft right now, to say, hey, Lyft, can you just drop your commercial auto insurance that you have going on and convert this money over to me, the driver? Lyft can honestly come back and say, hey, you know what? If we put so much power into your hands, the driver, what happens if a month rolls around and you don't have enough money to pay for your policy? It lapses, you're out on the road. But I'm pretty sure that there could be something where, just like how they link into the DMV system to tell, when your license is suspended, because if you're physically active on the app, one thing that I'll tell you, God forbid your license gets suspended tomorrow, Uber and Lyft will know the next day and you will be deactivated. There's never anything where your license will be suspended while you're an active driver and you will not get deactivated. Therefore, you can't tell me that it's not something out there where, hey, you know what, you can entrust in me to, go ahead and get this commercial auto policy. Everything is up to me. If a customer gets injured, they're covered under this policy. And there might be some people out there watching this video that you don't really feel like it's your responsibility to cover this policy. It might cost extra. But one thing I'll tell you, at least in my region of the country, a personal auto policy versus a commercial auto policy, you yourself actually getting it, it's probably a difference of $200 per month. And this is going to depend on your driving history. But when you consider the fact you're getting 28 to 30% of your earnings sucked out for, hypothetically this, and it's actually less, because let me try to scroll back, because they do mention insurance, but inside of that, amount there are some other expenses, which, payment processing and hosting fees. Payment processing on average is 2.9% plus 30% per transaction. Hosting fees, I'm not sure what they're actually paying, but I don't think it's that much. I really think a lot of that is going into this insurance. So I was just really hoping to make this video to kind of spark some conversation on the topic, do definitely get down below in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And I am actually going to leave this video here. Money Making Joey out, and I will see you guys in the next one.